WHO Executive Board, as well as those member states who are not represented on the board, all UN agencies, their representatives, and our partners for sparing their valuable time to attend this special session on the COVID-19 pandemic. Today we are all meeting on the sidelines of a great battle that humankind is currently fighting, a war which has taken away many of our honorable men and women, those who have given away their lives so that we all may live, so that our nations may live, and so that the world may live. It may only be befitting and proper for all of us to begin by paying our respects to those brave men and women who have sacrificed themselves in the pandemic, and those who are continuing to fight relentlessly and selflessly. The world shall never forget their sacrifice, and yet it is upon the world and each one of us to dedicate ourselves to finish the unfinished task with increased devotion, and let their sacrifices not go in vain. Let humanity not perish, which brings me to the sanctity of where I stand and speak. A powerful forum with members that can transform the situation. The whole world continues to look upon all of us here at the World Health Organization to pave the way for a brighter and disease-free world, with the utter belief that we are all God's children. Even as the human tragedy caused by the pandemic of 35 million affected and more than 1 million dead breaks our hearts, we have to be conscious of the fact that billions around the world are looking at our organization with high hopes and expectations. Excellencies, today there are compelling circumstances that have forced us all to meet virtually at a time of one of the gravest epochs of human tragedy, at a time when we all understand that there are going to be many urgent health challenges in the next 2 decades. I have said this before, and I repeat, all these challenges, such as the present pandemic, demand a shared response, because these are shared threats requiring shared responsibility to act. And of course, this shared responsibility is also the core philosophy of our alliance of member nations that comprise the World Health Organization. At WHO, we are already providing thought leadership to the entire world in the sphere of public health, engaging in partnerships where joint action is needed, shaping the research agenda, and stimulating the dissemination of valuable knowledge. We believe in the principles that the enjoyment of the highest attainable standard of health is one of the fundamental rights of every human being, without distinction of race, religion, political belief, economic or social condition. We all understand that therapeutics, diagnostics, and vaccines for the whole world is the only way out of this pandemic. Global collaboration is paramount. Governments, industry, and philanthropy must pool resources to pay for the risk, the research, manufacturing, and distribution, but with the condition that the rewards should be available to everyone regardless of where they have been developed. We also understand that strengthening emergency preparedness and risk management is key to addressing the health risks posed by emerging diseases and for progress towards sustainable development goals. Committing to disaster risk reduction and management would require early and transparent identification and communication of risks, maintaining the momentum in investing in people and resilient health systems, strengthened multi-sectoral collaboration, stress on the swifter generation of evidence, accelerated research and development efforts, and rational evidence-based implementation of plans. I must take this opportunity to acknowledge all member states for acting with speed and scale during the rapidly evolving pandemic and displaying solidarity to help each other on a bilateral as well as a multilateral basis. The hard work and determination demonstrated by the countries have saved countless lives amid the ongoing response. This fifth special session of the WHO Executive Board has been called specifically to focus on the measures necessary to ensure the full and effective implementation of the terms of Resolution WHA 73.1 on COVID-19 response. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, you will recall that to bring the world together to fight the COVID-19 pandemic, the 73rd World Health Assembly adopted a landmark resolution on 19th May 2020. The resolution WHA 73.1 titled COVID-19 Response was co-sponsored by more than 130 countries and calls for the intensification of efforts to control the pandemic and for equitable access to and fair distribution of all essential health technologies and products to combat the virus. Through the resolution, our DG was requested to initiate at the earliest appropriate moment and in consultation with the member states a stepwise process of an impartial, independent and comprehensive evaluation, including using existing mechanisms as appropriate to review experience gained and lessons learned from the WHO coordinated international health response to COVID-19. Through the said resolution, the DG was also required to make recommendations to improve capacity for global pandemic prevention, preparedness and response, including through strengthening as appropriate the WHO Health Emergencies Program. In accordance with the Health Assembly Resolution WHA 73.1, WHO Director General Dr. Tedros has established the Review Committee on the Functioning of the International Health Regulations 2005 during the COVID-19 response, initiated the Independent Panel for Pandemic Preparedness and Response, and continued full engagement with the Independent Oversight and Advisory Committee for the WHO Health Emergencies Program to ensure the continuous improvement of the program. On behalf of the board, I convey a sincere thanks to these committees and panels for their untiring efforts. We will hear updates from them tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that we at WHO must all rise to the occasion to save the powerless and the voiceless, to see hope in these darkest of hours. This is one chance, one moment to forge open collaborations and reaffirm that fundamental truth that the world is one. Before we begin the proceedings of the special session, we must redeem our pledge to work with the global community of partners for the efficient, effective, and responsive discharge of public health obligations. I look forward to meaningful and productive deliberations during this special session, where we should share our learnings from how each one of us is tackling this catastrophe, how we can support the financial or technical gaps that some of our member states may have, and agree to continue R&D in an aggressive and collaborative way and share the fruits of our efforts in a fair and equitable manner. Let there be no doubt that we shall overcome. Let there be no doubt that yes, we can. I thank you for granting me this privilege to open this session and welcome you. Thank you.